the Colts, right? I think there's some things to look at with the Colts. First off, the Colts we know are super talented. Jonathan Taylor, what he did, incredible. I mean, Atlanta's defense is one of the top in football. For them to go for over 500 yards and have their way that way, I mean, that was amazing. I mean, again, we had some quarterbacks that are in the MVP conversation. But, man, it's legit. Like, Jonathan Taylor should be right up there with them. Matthew Stafford, Drake May, whatever, who else is in there, Baker Mayfield, all those type of guys. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor is right there with all of those guys. I mean, he is the driving force of this football team, and some of these runs, and especially the long 83-yard run at the end of the football game in the fourth quarter, was a huge moment because you just went, man, it feels like the Atlanta Falcons have the mojo, have the momentum of the football game. Man, the Colts, we've seen them make a few plays, but can they actually finish a drive and go down and score? And to me, where this is big for the Colts is going to give them confidence. It's the first time they've won a game like this year. I know they beat the Broncos, right, late in the football game, but this was the first time it was like, no, Daniel Jones, you got to get the ball right here and go down and score or tie the game, or we're going to lose. And then, of course, to get that situation again in overtime, to me, was one of the unchecked boxes that they hadn't had to accomplish yet this season. And so for them to do that, I think, does give Daniel Jones confidence. It gives the team confidence. And the Colts, as we know, are one of the best teams in the AFC.
They almost got an assist, too, at the start of overtime. Even though they were the home team in Berlin, they were given the option initially to call the coin toss in overtime.
Right.
They called it, they won, and they elected to receive. And then the officials realized their error. They flipped it again with the Falcons calling it.
That's incredible.
The Falcons won it. They elected to receive, and the Colts stopped them and then scored the touchdown that ended up being the walk-off, where it was hot knife through liquid butter.
It was
incredible on that touchdown. It was almost like, I think somebody in the viewing room said, it's like they're letting them score. I think you may have said that.
I said that. I said,
like,
damn,
do they think they're getting the ball back?
I know, right.
What's going on here?
I mean, it was not competitive at all there to close out the football game.
But right now, since the guaranteed two-possession thing started, it's now 4-4 kick or receive.
Wow.
And I still think it's better to receive. I think it's better to take the ball first because you can engineer a drive that potentially leaves the other team without enough time to mount the opportunity to match or beat your score.
I think I probably would agree with you there. I think
postseason I may kick.
Well, and yesterday,
regular season I'm receiving.
Right, postseason is different. Yesterday, though, I'll say I think he made the right decision. Obviously, I know it's easy to say that, but I think there's reason in why you kick it yesterday because I think he was looking at it, and one of the things we didn't talk about in this football game, again, is Atlanta's offense stinks. And it shouldn't stink to the capacity it does. It's just it's hard work. I mean, Michael Penix went 12 for 28 yesterday. 12 for 28. And the modern-day NFL, that's hard to do. And that's not just because of Michael Penix. I sit there, I watch film. You know I watch all this stuff. I'm watching yesterday. I mean, it's not like people are wide open and all of that. So, yeah, there is something missing schematically with that offense. I've talked about this a lot throughout the year, but that's just an underwhelming performance. And I think they looked at it, and I think Shane Steichen looked at it and went, I mean, yeah, they've moved the ball a little bit here and there. Let's kick them the ball. I'm going to have a little faith in my defense here that Atlanta, who's been all over the place on the offensive side of the ball, this will be a drive they don't put anything together, and maybe we can get field position and put this game away. And, of course, that worked out the right way for Shane Steichen there in the Indianapolis Colts.
And Jonathan Taylor now a serious contender to be the MVP.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to best what Saquon Barkley did last year. And when it gets down to Week 18, given that the Patriots are 8-2, the Colts may have to play all the way through the full 17 games of their schedule, which Barkley didn't have to do last year. So who knows? Maybe there's a shot at 2,000 rushing yards or more for
good win
Jonathan
for the Colts.
Taylor.
Good for the Colts bouncing back.
They needed that.
Right, and they had some mistakes, and they definitely had to face some problems yesterday, and to be able to still kind of figure that out on the road and in Berlin at least nonetheless. That was, I think, a good, important culture type of win for the Indianapolis Colts.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.